All right, so let's look at 5C exponential equations. So I've gone through and pre-filled the index laws. You can get them in your textbook, or you can just write them down. Just pause the video and go and do that. And now we'll go through the examples. So A, saying 4 to the power of something is 256. So I know 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64, times 4 is 256, or 4 to the power of 4 is 256. So that means that x equals 4. Let's look at B. 3 to the power of something is the same as 81. So 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. So 3 to the power of 4 equals 81. So 3 to the power of x minus 1 is the same as 3 to the power of 4. That's just matching those up. So that means that x minus 1 is 4, x equals 4. So there's our first two examples, both answer 4, which is weird. All right, let's look at this one. The problem with example 9 is that the bases are not the same, but I do know instead of writing 25, I can write 5 squared. So what I know now is that 2x minus 4 is the same as 2 times minus x plus 2. So let's rearrange. Plus 2x plus 4. So x equals 2. And then you can check your answer by substitution if you want to. So this is a question from last year's exam 1. So you can see that this is almost identical to this. In fact, it's probably more like the one before. So this was not a hard way to get 2 marks. So I know that 10 to the 3x minus 13 is the same as 10 squared. So that means that 3x minus 13 equals 2. 3x equals 15. So that means x is 5. And that was a 2-mark question. And lots of different ways of doing it, but that's sort of the best way of doing it and the most precise. In 2014, exam 1, can you stop the video, have a go at doing this one on your own, and then we'll go through it. So I'm going to write 2 to the power of 3x minus 3 is the same as, well, 8 is 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2, to the 2 minus x. So that tells me that 3x minus 3 is the same as, I'll expand this out, 6 minus 3x. Add the 3x, 6x equals 9. Take that across. X is 9 on 6, or we can say x is 3 on 2. So you can see this is really important because these type questions will actually turn up in your exam. Next one, sorry, I've got a different screen. On the notes I did previously, that's okay. Let's have a look. Now these are really common and it is a technique you will have to know. So we say 9 to the power of x. The problem is I've got a 3 to the x here. So why don't I write 9 to the power of x as 3 squared? 9 to the power of x equals 12 times 3 to the x minus 27. So that the key on this, and I know that some of you have seen it before, but you might have forgotten. Let a equal 3 to the x. So that means this becomes a squared equals 12a minus 27. Now, I'm not sure if I've explained that well, because this will become 3 to the 2x. So if I get a squared, that would be 3 to the x squared, which is 3 to the 2x. So it's just an equivalent way of writing that statement and recognising that. Once you recognise that you can do this substitution and make a equal 3 to the x, it tends to work okay. So we go a squared minus 12a plus 27 equals 0. So we look for factors of plus 27 that add to minus 12. So I'd think a minus 3, a minus 9. Because minus 3 take 9 is minus 12, minus 3 times 9. So a is 3 or a is 9. Right, but what do we know? A equals 3 to the x. Therefore, 3 to the x equals 3 or 9. I'll just 3 to the x equals 3 or 3 to the x equals 9. So that means x can be 1, 3 to the power of 1 is 3, or x can be 2 because 3 squared is 9. So stop the video, have a go at B on your own, the same technique. We'll say let A equal 3 to the x. This will be A squared equals 27 minus 6A. Put it into that correct form to factorise. Factors the minus 27 that add to 6. A plus 9, A minus 3. So A equals minus 9 or 3. But because A is 3 to the power of x, A must be greater than 0. So we'll just write something to that effect. So in this case, A can only be 3. So 3 to the x equals 3. The only solution for this is x equals 1. So just be careful that you recognise that line. And with that, that means you can go and do 5C now. With the exam question, have a go at that one. It'll be up on the notes on Canvas if you want to check your answers.